Since the Yankee come to Trinidad, they got all the young girls going mad. Young girls say they treat them nice, make Trinidad like paradise. Drink rum and Coca-Cola, go down Point Cumana, both mother and daughter, looking for the Yankee dollar.
Pieguy, Rants, Rouges, Season 2, probably the second last podcast of the year for us on CFL. It's the grand dance, the big dance, the Grey Cup. If you're here watching with us, thank you for joining us on the not live stream, as we like to term it. Some of you guys have messaged me saying you've been tailing us throughout the year. Pretty good year for our kind of first really strong record and showing of following along with sports books and all that. But we've reached the end of the CFL season with the Grey Cup taking place this Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, between the Montreal Alouettes and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Alouettes at home. Funny enough, there's a whole dilemma there. But before we get into the game,
why are the Alouettes the home team? Isn't it?
So let me tell you why. I'll tell you why. Winnipeg this year, Calgary next year, Saskatchewan the year after. You can't make the West team home for every game, for every Grey Cup. So because there's no East team or East team hosting in the foreseeable future, the CFL decided that they were going to alternate years of divisions hosting. So last year they gave it to Winnipeg as the BC home. And this year they're giving it to the East representative, so Montreal. Next year will be West. The year after will be East.
So
Saskatchewan would have been the home team. Yes. The exception is if the
crossover,
if the host is I think there'll be some exceptions if the host team is in the Grey Cup, because I would find it really weird if Saskatchewan in 2027, which would be technically an East team hosting, if they made it all the way, there'd be a big stink about them not sitting on their side of the field.
Oh, right? For sure. 100%.
Yeah. But there is a little bit of a stink, Rough Riders are a little jaded that, hey, we have the better record. We deserve the better facilities, aka, the other side of the field, but it is what it is. But we did have.
There used to be.
We did have a. Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's home ground for you. But we did have tonight the awards night at CFL, streamed exclusively on CFL Plus. I mean, let's be frank, it wasn't going to be on TSN with the slate of sports they have tonight, with the Sens, the Jets, the Habs. Those were all on TSN. The Canada soccer game was on TSN. And the Patriots Jets. How's that game doing? I know you got some money on that one.
They're up 7. I need a front door cover.
All right. All right.
There's still time. The Jets scored more than I thought they. Oh, they're up 10 now. That's probably it. There's still 10 minutes left. We'll see. I get a push too. I get a push too if they kick it on the field goal.
Okay. All right.
So
we had awards night today. It was a very one-sided affair, I would say. Do you want to know who the winners were?
I know Rourke won MOP.
Yep. Rourke won MOP. He also won Most Outstanding Canadian.
Well,
granted, if you're going to win MOP as a Canadian, you're going to win that one as well. The surprise here, I think, Matthew Betts beating out the Ticat Hauser was a little bit of a surprise.
I don't know if that was.
Betts had a better second.
So many more sacks than the next guy on his team. Like, it's tough. To be nobody else. Like the Ticats D line was pretty good. The BC D line was one guy.
Yeah. And then Another surprise, I think, is the Winnipeg rookie Vival, who did win Most Outstanding Rookie over Verasuk out of the Tag Cats, beating out Liram Hajarulahu.
Haralahu.
Haralahu. Yeah, that's right. The J is not pronunciated. It's like a silent H. Haralahu. Anyway, he had a great kicking season, and yeah, he ended up losing the special teams award to the rookie Vival. I mean, I get it. He had a pretty impressive. But he had 2 kickoff returns. He had 1 field goal return, and then he had 1 punt return touchdown. So 4 touchdowns, contributing to a lot of points. But I mean, Liram had the most 50-plus yard field goals out of all in all of CFL history. So
yeah, but his team won like 5 games or 4 games.
Actually, that's another. What? Why do they decide the awards just based on East and West? Like, surely there could have been a better, like, 1-2. There's arguments that maybe Harris and Rourke should have been the 1-2 for the MOP voting versus like Mitchell.
It's just the way they've done it. They could change it, or just have 3.
Yeah, or just open it up. Each. It's just a whole thing. Like, you nominate a player for that award, and then you break it down to 2, and then you go from there.
I honestly, I don't really care. They can't bet on these markets. Maybe you can bet on MOP, but
yeah.
I mean, good for them. Congratulations, to Rourke. I mean, pretty much everybody deserved it. I don't like. Then that wasn't shocking.
No, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I'm not.
No surprises. It wasn't as entertaining as like last season where we had Milligan going up against Brady in the West final of the MOP and being like, oh, who could really win it?
Yeah, and then Brady took it. Who was gonna beat Bo?
They went up against Bo. Bo's lost back-to-back years.
Yeah, but I mean, arguably, I don't know. Work the running. It's hard to.
It's the running. It's the running.
Yeah,
it's the fancy.
But Bo is the better passer. I think he threw less picks.
He threw less picks. He only threw 6 more yards actually than Rourke.
Yeah, but yeah, I think he had more touch. He had definitely more touchdown passes.
He had about 5 more touchdown passes.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I didn't think they were going to give it to Bo. He was arguably he wasn't even the best quarterback in this conference. The guy who the Grey Cup hasn't lost. But he didn't.
Had that guy played the whole season, who knows?
Yeah,
and you know what? He's playing for the best prize right now. So let's be fair. Let's talk about that guy, because obviously being Grey Cup week, last week we saw in the Ticats Montreal game, Davis Alexander favoring that hamstring quite a bit towards the end of the game, or second half really, to the point where a lot of Alouette fans were like, "Oh, is there more here?" We saw the betting lines react to this news throughout the week. Obviously, this game started. Montreal, the betting lines opened Montreal as the favorites by 1.5. They are now dogs by 3.5. Actually, I just bring that up.
There's 4.
No, 2.5. They're 2.5. There's 4.
2.5 again. There was a 4 earlier when I wrote earlier today, not a couple hours ago. Let me see. It might have moved. There were 4. I saw a 4. So a lot of books didn't have it up because of the quarterback. There's not many lines up, unfortunately, just because
they're just still unfortunate. He is projected to be the starter, or he was already said he's going to be the starter. Obviously,
I figured he would be the starter. Let's see here.
Well, the news that we heard,
I still see a 4. There's a 4.
Okay.
I don't know how much you can put on it, but there's a 4.
Yeah, I think the biggest news that came out of the whole week was that he's been dealing with this hamstring before the season started. It's been an issue since April. Then he started the season. He had played 3 games. And then obviously he was sidelined for a good portion of the season. Came in, played some more, then was sidelined again for another portion of the season. The question is, like, he's aggravated this hamstring. He looked pretty. He didn't look like he could do anything much after he re-aggravated it in the second half. Obviously, he could still kind of dip and dive here or there, but he wasn't as explosive as he was in the first half of that Ticats game, even though it was a very defensive masterclass between the two teams. I obviously it's going to have impacts on this thing. If you see McLeod, Bethel Thompson, if you see the complaint department hit the pitch any point in this game,
where are you seeing 2.5? I'm only seeing 3.5.
It was 3.5. It wasn't 2.5.
Yeah.
I have it written here wrong. It was 2.5 in this morning. Then it swapped back to 3.
Oh, okay.
So it's been dancing. It's been dancing this 3.
It's not gonna. It's not. We're not seeing a 3. It's 3.5. Unless somebody knows something about Davis Alexander, I don't think we get back to 3 here. But sorry, you were saying about
to 4. You mean?
No, there is a 4 available if you want it.
Yeah.
If you like the Alouettes, they're 4s. Or there's a 4. I found a 4.
Yeah. You're saying it's not going to dip under 3.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't.
Like, you're not going to get a Rough Rider.
You might get a juicy 3 if you want to wait. You're not getting 2.5. You might get a juicy 3 if good news on Alexander. But like you said, it's unfortunate, the hamstring injury rearing its ugly head. I mean, it's not unfortunate for my Saskatchewan Roughriders future from week before the season started.
Yes.
But it is unfortunate in terms of the game. Saskatchewan has not played Davis Alexander this season. I don't even know if they played him last season.
They did play him last season. They lost to him last year.
Okay, they did play him. Okay, so but this season it's been the McLeod Bethel Thompson show. In one of the first game, he got murdered. In the second game, Tyson Philpott cooked the Riders secondary, but the Riders secondary was Roland Milligan and friends. It was when they were hurt.
Not the full team.
Yeah, it wasn't the full. It was Roland Milligan and the guys they found on the streets of Regina. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, first of all, I was watching Luke Wilson's podcast today, and there's a guy named Brett Jones. I don't know if you recall him. He used to play on the Vikings. He was from the streets of Regina, okay? Weyburn, Saskatchewan, frankly. So, town of 10,000. This guy found his way into the CFL as a rookie, got Rookie of the Year. Next year, won the Grey Cup with the Stamps, and then he ended up actually on the Giants for a bit. Then he had his career in the Vikings.
And what position did he play?
Offensive lineman. Offensive lineman. He played over 16,000 snaps, only 2 penalties in his career.
Oh, wow, good for him. He's still good.
Yeah,
have been able to cover Tyson Philpott week 13 or whatever it was, but or week 15.
No.
But
Maybe
but yeah, good for him. Waited the NFL.
But speaking of like guys,
much of that,
off
so
the streets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then we still, it's like there's like this. I saw TSN is Rourke gonna get another NFL look.
He might,
but they would have to give him some guaranteed money because he's making $3 million and he's the star of the league. I don't think he's going anywhere. Yeah, unless the New York Jets are starting. Justin Fields is better than Nathan Rourke. Who else is like?
Watch out, we got some NFL guys in the
Joe Flacco. He's next year. We'll see if he can do it again. But if Joe Burrow's injury is long term, like the Bengals aren't going to have a top pick. They might need a quarterback. The Steelers don't have a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers looks Spoiler for tomorrow. Aaron Rodgers looked real old last week. That's why I was betting the Chargers on Sunday night. But yeah, there's some teams that need quarterbacks. And obviously he'd probably end up being a backup. But if he's backup one, they're going to give him $5 million. Yeah, he's going to go.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Speaking of old QBs, on the other side of this Grey Cup final, we do have 39-year-old Trevor Harris. Now he's been to the dance before, and he watched someone who was older than him win a Grey Cup when he was backing Henry Burris with the Red Blacks in 16.
Yes, he has a ring.
So
yes.
yeah. So he does have a ring. He wasn't the QB at the time, but now at 39, he has a shot at finally getting the starting QB ring that he was hoping for. Because he was the starter on that Red Blacks team until Burris took it over because of injury. So, do you think age plays a matter here with CFL quarterbacks? I mean, he's not obviously as agile as either Alexander or Rourke, but man, does the guy have accuracy, and does he have quite the bit of let's just say he doesn't get discouraged or threatened as much as maybe a younger QB might. He's just more calm in his spot. I saw that happen towards the end of the BC game where it started when Mace, instead of going for a touchdown, trusted his team, went for a field goal instead. Was playing for the tie or the OT. And then he trusted his defense to pretty much 2-0 BC twice. And he did. And then sure enough, Harris had the ball, marched down with about 45 seconds, and they did the drives 1, 2, 3 and scored. Do you think that he has an edge in this game in terms of just experience and can sort of bring that attitude to the Rough Riders?
So there's always injury concern with an older quarterback, but in a championship game, it's one game. There's less concern, right? If the game is tight, unless he absolutely can't go, he's going to be in there. You don't want who's the backup? I can't even think of who the backup is. Is it Jack Doan or something?
No, it's Mayer, isn't it?
Oh, Jake Mayer. That's right. Yeah, Jake Mayer. If Jake Mayer comes into the game, it might be the Rough Riders might be in trouble here. But Trevor Harris isn't phased by the moment. Trevor Harris is a good quarterback, and you say, the Saskatchewan has an older quarterback. What if he gets hurt? This, that, and the other. But the other quarterback's actually hurt. He's already hurt, and he's got hamstring. So I don't like the age of Trevor Harris. In my opinion, is not a detriment, especially in a one-game setting. But like you said, the experience and the fact that he's not going to be. For him, it's the Grey Cup. There's going to be a little bit of nerves for everybody early on in the game, but late in the game, for him, it's going to be another football game, I think. And I'm not worried about the Rough Rider quarterback situation. Plus, he didn't get sacked once last week. They kept him upright. So he's he was fine back there. So they kept their quarterback untouched basically for that game. So he should be fine. Coming in here, it's not that hard when you're playing BC. You just gotta take out one man. The rest of them are not that good.
They're not catching
Montreal is
a little different.
Much different. You saw the Hamilton game was a tight battle there. 19. Hamilton put up a good fight. They were in it to the end. Montreal couldn't pull away. Montreal pulled away.
They didn't escape
from everybody almost, and they escaped with the last second field goal. Hamilton can keep them out of field goal range. It's not like Maltos Diaz is a. 100%.
It's kind of funny. We talked about it though. We said that game might come down to a kick, and
but Hamilton had better kickers. Montreal got in good enough range where it I was hoping. I'm like, okay, we can keep him. Make it a longer kick. I could see him missing, and then. I was telling, I was like, whoever's back there, got to remember kick that ball out of the end zone. If you miss it, right? Don't try to run it out, kick it out, and go to overtime because you're at home.
For sure.
So rough loss there. But the Saskatchewan they had to come back. So Montreal gave up a comeback last week. And Saskatchewan was able to come back and win the game.
So
interesting.
So kind of two different storylines there. But do you think there's going to be parallels to how the Montreal Hamilton game started? Very defensive battle between both Montreal and Saskatchewan. Kind of on stats on paper here, you got the best D in Montreal taking on third best in the league. in Saskatchewan, best rushing in Saskatchewan.
Who was the second?
They don't let. It was Winnipeg throughout the season.
Oh please, that's a joke.
Yeah, but that's what it was.
Statistically, because they beat Hamilton 40-3 in a game that
Listen,
showed.
Winnipeg couldn't score. Remember, the only way they got close to winning games was because their defense had to play 45% of the game or 55%.
They ran the ball the whole game and to midfield and kick field goals. Come on. That defense wasn't bad.
Hey, but you still need a defense that stops the run.
Wasn't even top half. It was probably fifth. Come on.
Agreed. I do think
that defense wasn't anything special outside of Willie Jefferson.
I do think we do have the two best defensive teams playing in the Grey Cup. This is so. I do want to bring up the spread. So the spread's obviously 3.5 towards. Or 4 in some places. Let's say 4. In favor of Saskatchewan.
3.5 is a 4 out there, but it's mostly 3.5. Yeah.
And then we have the over under set at 49 right now, and this has also been bouncing around.
48.5 out there too. Yeah.
48. There was even 47 at one point. Hasn't hit the 50s. A little bit. Yeah, so it's been going up, trajecting back up. But I don't know if this is going to be a high-scoring game. If we go on history-wise, both these teams have faced each other. They were actually, funny enough, a lot of parallels to when they played each other in 2009 and 2010. You had Cavilo versus Durant, right? That was your kind of big QB battle at the time of the CFL. If you're new to following it, this is at the tail end of when Montreal was kind of a dynasty, and Saskatchewan was starting their dynasty up to their fourth and last time they were in the Grey Cup win in 2013.
Dynasty. Saskatchewan never had a dynasty. They won 4 Grey Cups.
Okay, listen, they were in the Grey Cup. 3 times.
The Rough Rider dynasty. Whoa. They have 4 Grey Cup wins in their whole existence.
They're dynasty. Okay, listen, they have a Grey Cup before the CFL. Okay. So what would you say? Would you say the Winnipeg
back in the
are the Blue Bombers? There was a dynasty in the 60s.
Yeah, in the 60s. Yeah, I know. There was, but okay.
So you're saying the Bombers aren't a dynasty just because they won it twice?
The Bombers were.
Is dynasties related to wins, or is it related to appearances? You got to win
3 chips.
You got to win the chip.
2.
Dynasty, you got to win 3. That's the thing. Oh, so then we're stuck with the Edmonton Eskimos.
Like the Florida Panthers. Who is it? Chichek or somebody said they're dynasty. No, they're not. If they win this year, you could argue Tampa Bay, the Tampa Bay Lightning, that was a dynasty. They were in the finals like every year for 8 years?
What, 3 years?
Yeah, they won.
So you say if Florida goes one more time, there'll be a dynasty.
Yeah, it's a good run. Back to back.
You wouldn't say the Chicago's of 2010 to 2015?
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's also
they won
how
2
you
in like 4.
Yeah, but it's also how you beat teams. Chicago was so much better than everybody else for 3 years. Like,
so were the Sharks.
Nowhere
the Sharks didn't win
that 1 year. Yeah, but they didn't win anything. Like if
you can win President trophies, but you're still not a dynasty if you don't win the chip.
Like Golden State was a dynasty. The Warriors were a dynasty. The Winnipeg, but definitely not the Rough Riders, unless they won those 4 chips back to back. Like,
listen,
4 and 5 years or something.
For a franchise that has existed for over 100 years, to only have 4 championships in a 9-team league.
It's been rough, and they're the most popular team. Like everybody loves.
They're the mecca of Canadian football. That's what I've been told all week. Saskatchewan's the mecca of Canadian football. I don't disagree. They have the best youth sports team right now, going right to the finals. They won the Junior Football League. It was a team based in Saskatoon. It's the mecca. They have touch football leagues starting at age of 6. So they're
they can be
well embedded.
They're definitely the mecca of the CFL, but like Toronto Maple Leafs are the mecca of the NHL. They stink.
Well, then maybe there's your parallel, right? Are the Rough Riders the Leafs of the world?
Pretty much.
So you got to tell me this. You did the Grey Cup bet early in the season. We liked the Rough Riders. We liked how they were set up to have season-long success. When we first started the cast this season, I was rewatching some of our points. We talked about like it's Mace's now sophomore year. He fixed all the issues he had with the first year he was there. Obviously, the team was pretty much the same from last year with a bit more upgrade on defense, a bit more upgrade on they got a couple more Canadians who can play positions that they needed, like receivers. You had Tommy Neal, who was with the Argos, jumped to the Rough Riders. Mace already had that chemistry. Obviously, he had some big catches too in both in the division final. So you kind of see already some of the dividends there. So we talked about the Rough Riders being there, but we were also very adamant that if Montreal stays healthy, they are the best team in the CFL.
Yeah, but they're not healthy.
Yeah. So, well, the big guy's the guy who matters is not healthy. Well, I mean, Mac is also apparently.
Mac, I don't even know if he's going to play.
Yeah, he's been limited. He's also hamstring. Not that they've needed him, to be fair.
That's the thing. They have other receivers, so I don't even know if I would put him out there. I would put another. I don't know what you like if you need another position or just to have a guy with fresh legs. If you need an extra receiver,
you throw a Daniel Oladejo, a fourth receiver, and all of a sudden this guy has like a 100-yard.
Yeah, exactly. Just have a guy with fresh legs. I wouldn't start Mac. They're like 6 receivers deep. Put another running back out there. Put somebody out there. Put another lineman. You know, you don't need Austin Mack if he's not 100%. You need Davis Alexander, though. You're not going to win this game. I mean, I know they did it, but like I said, it was the Milligan and Friends defense. McLeod Bethel-Thompson comes into this game, and I don't know. We might see McLeod. I think we will see McLeod.
I think we will. I think we will
at some point, just because if there's a Hail Mary situation, McLeod Bethel-Thompson is probably able to throw the ball a little bit deeper with if Davis Alexander's hamstrung, literally. I think so I think we will see McLeod Bethel-Thompson at some point during this game. A little more than last week, the statistical profiles, the Riders outplayed the Lions by 2 yards per play. That wasn't a fluky. I know they had to come back.
No,
I know BC was in the lead and the Riders to come back. It wasn't a fluke. They outplayed by 2 yards per play. They dominated line of scrimmage with 3 sacks. They had 3 sacks on Nathan Rourke, and the Lions couldn't sack Trevor Harris. They outrushed the BC Lions. Montreal's box score even against the Tigers. The only difference was Montreal was able to run the football. That was the difference, and that was the slight difference. And in the score there with the game-winning field goal. Locker room sort of talk this week. Darnell Sankey, kind of like if everybody does their job, we'll be fine. I'm not so sure about that against the Riders. I think somebody's, especially if your quarterback's hamstrung, I don't know if that's the right mentality. I know you don't want to play hero ball, but at the same time, they're going to need a defensive play here. And maybe do your job. Maybe that's the mentality they've had all year, and that's fine. They got to keep it tight, and they got to hope. Kind of like Tigers kind of had to hope last week to keep it tight. Hope Brett Lothar has a bad day or something, because there's your way in to keep it tight.
Very, very much so. He does not kick well at Princess Auto.
No, exactly, he doesn't. But at the same time, I don't trust Meltos Diaz. Yeah, he has a giant leg, but he's not Sean. He's not super accurate. He's got a big leg though. So
I see Mexican hatred, huh? Mexican hatred.
Well, no,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The miss short ones, and you can't. I get it. You want the guy with the big bomb, but he's okay. He's kind of like Cam Little. Cam Little's got a giant bomb for the Jaguars. Yeah, but he'll miss a short one.
But his accuracy, his accuracy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
too much power.
Trade off. Yeah, it's a home run. He's a home run hitter, but sometimes you're gonna miss
you need
nobody
small
at
ball.
third, and you can't bunt it down the line, right? So,
Yeah. I love you, Blue Jays.
Yeah. That was a rough one. So yeah, it was they found the end zone, the Riders with Tommy Neal. The AJ Ouellette had 113 yards, 17 carries. The comments, the pass blocking of AJ Ouellette, I think that's going to come into play because Hardrick rarely gets beat, and when he does, there's AJ Ouellette to clean up the garbage. Yeah,
it's
so
really good.
It's going to be Montreal's got to get pressure here. That's how you get. And Trevor Harris gets the ball so fast. Believe it or not, Trevor Harris is more mobile now than he was earlier in his career. Even though he's 39, he's worked on that in the last few years to be a little bit more.
His pocket is much bigger too.
Not that he's going to run down the
pocket
field,
is massive.
Just to move around the pocket in terms of mobility. Throw the ball away. This line looks like Saskatchewan should be favored. But
they hit the magic number, man.
So here and the talk in the locker room. One more thing is about how they love each other. Now, that's literally. It kind of feels like the tight knit group. I don't know if Montreal
too much kumbaya. Whereas Montreal's like, fuck you guys.
I'm not worried. I kind of feel like Saskatchewan's going to win this.
I think it should be theirs.
Yeah,
I mean, what I don't like is you have all the writers siding with Saskatchewan. Oh, sorry, correction. All the English writers siding with the Rough Riders, and you actually have all the French writers for the CFL siding with the Alouettes. But a lot of the favoritism throughout the medias is this is Rough Rider ball. You're going to have a ton of Rough Rider fans in stadium. A very familiar place that they're used to. It's nice weather this week. The feel good story is Mecca. Canada's Mecca football's got a chance at the Grey Cup. Last time they came to the Grey Cup, they ended up winning it. Is this number 5? Was a lot of the conversation was, the winner of the Grey Cup is between BC and
I didn't think that at all.
I didn't think so too.
If Hamilton wins that game, the spread is 2.
Yeah,
I think so. Just because of the injury, right? You have an injured quarterback here. I think the spread is it could be 3. I don't think it gets to 4. I would bet Hamilton in that. I mean, I obviously have the future. I'd probably still bet Hamilton.
I mean, it's no last year Grey Cup where it was 5.5. So
no, if it's BC, it might be 5.5. The way that everybody loves them some Lions, but and the way the Lions own the Alouettes, but the Alouettes have a chance. Like they have, like I said, when healthy, they're the best team in the CFL. But not healthy. And Saskatchewan, if Saskatchewan wins the line of scrimmage, the only team who's beaten them at the line of scrimmage has been the Stampeders all season. If Saskatchewan wins at the line of scrimmage, and I think they have an edge at the line of scrimmage here, Montreal's edge is their quarterback play, their receiver play, and the defense, but it's more schematic. Yeah, they get sacks, but it's more, the defense is more of a collective. Yes, IDM Berglund. The guy gets all the sacks. Yeah, and Beverett. And Montreal can win at the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball. But on the offensive side of the ball, I think it's a mismatch here. I think Saskatchewan's D-line is going to give them trouble. Whereas Saskatchewan's O-line can hold their own against the Alouettes. And if AJ Ouellette gets going, this game's over. Saskatchewan's winning this game, running away. If they can run the football. If they can run the football. And that's why I'm a little like, originally I said, under 100%. But here's the thing. What if both teams can run the football? Then this game gets kind of silly. Yeah, that's the thing. Because the Montreal's been they ran the football against Hamilton, right? They've been able to run the football. They ran the football. Who did they play? Winnipeg. They ran the football against Winnipeg. Yeah. If Montreal's able to run the football, that opens up everything. And then, we're going to get a track meet. So that's the concern about the under. But I don't know if they can run the football, but they're going to try. And they're going to be, I think it's going to be run heavy, but that doesn't necessarily mean under, especially when we're only talking 48.5 here. You can get some big plays. But the way Saskatchewan runs is slow, methodical, and more like an under game where, Stevie's got the third. I think he can catch some holes. He's been good. He's been very good at the running back position. But again, like this is the teeth of the Saskatchewan defense. You're gonna run into it's gonna be outside runs. Maybe it's because you're gonna run up the middle against this defense. It's gonna be trouble. If your quarterback's not mobile, it's gonna be trouble. Now they have receivers. Saskatchewan back, like I said, it's not Milligan and friends back there this time. Devon Campbell,
they're all there.
Berlin, they're there. Yeah, I know the stats say they're third deep, but they play this. The stats lie because they play that zone style defense, and when you have a receiving core like Montreal, I think the zone style defense is probably the right way to play because if they
damage.
They can dunk their way down the field.
5 yards. Yeah.
This isn't under. Yeah. I have this sneaking suspicion that.
Well, we're gonna get a 50 burger somewhere.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this guy.
It's the Grey Cup.
I kind of like the side better. I kind of like Saskatchewan better than the total here. But I already have it. I don't need to bet it again. But the way I'm looking at this game, if the Saskatchewan offensive line is able to do their magic here.
Listen, one sack to Alexander might be.
Well, that's the thing.
It's going to be an extra hit,
And that's the thing. There's another variability. So over McCall Thompson comes in. He's an over quarterback, right? He's Mr. Pick. Yeah. He's the gunslinger. He's going to chuck that thing up there to Philpott and Philpott's or Rambo.
Either going to catch it or it's going to go the other way.
Or it's going to go the other way. So and Saskatchewan can get some interceptions. See, I like Saskatchewan in this game. I'm gonna stay off the total. I don't. Something bothers me. It's so low. It's the CFL.
It's the final game. It ain't gonna be.
I know, but I know it's the final, and finals typically go under. But I could see, 28-24 Saskatchewan.
Yeah. That's 52, that's what I put out a post this week where I asked a bunch of different artificial intelligences to give me their predictions, and all of them came higher than the 49.
Total. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they were all predicting like 27, 23, 28, 24. So, they're all coming. They're going with the average.
And it's just like, and if you like the under, play the first half. Because Davis is going to be in.
Yeah, they will be.
Davis is going to be in the game. It's going to be slow. The nerves are going to be out. But also, I don't trust either kick returner not to fumble. That's another thing. There can be some special things.
They've been.
That's the worry with laying points in this game is that the
Alfred fumbles
both kick returners have the tendency to. But James Letcher's great. But I've seen him put the ball on the ground, and he has been. No, he's back. It's been more the other guy, but.
Yeah, let me see. Referees decide.
A punt fest doesn't necessarily mean an under with the rules. So, I'm not sold. I have it, but I don't like it. What I do, I like the right. I'm probably gonna double up with Best Saskatchewan.
Double up.
I already have. I have the future. The money. Yeah, I have the future. So
you're taking the spread, or you take?
I'm gonna lay the 3.5. Yeah, I'm gonna lay 3.5.
Yeah.
It's an injured quarterback. 3.5 is against this cheap.
But he's been injured all season. He said he was injured all season.
Yeah, but he's
still 13-0.
But remember, yes. But remember that game he came back. Was against Toronto, where he got hurt again.
Yeah, where he ran into the.
You're right. He had to run, right? He had to.
He had to make the call.
He wasn't 100% in that game, and it took everything to beat the Argos. And the hindsight, they weren't that good of a team. And so when he's not 100%, this offense doesn't work as well. And like I said, the only reason I'm on the under is because what if he gets hurt early and McLeod comes out there? And
I know.
As much as, I don't trust him to win the game, he could jack the score up, throw a bomb here.
You're saying if we see Bethel Thompson,
live
all
bet
of a
the
sudden,
over.
live bet the over, right?
Yeah, because he's going to chuck it. He doesn't care. And he's not going to tackle anybody on the way back. You know what I mean? If he throws to the wide side of the field, it's picked off. There's nobody there. He's not catching him. So, like there's pick six potential here. Also, bad hamstring, right? Like, the bad snap. It's in the end. Like there's I think there's Saskatchewan could get in the 40s here if stuff goes bad for Montreal.
You don't slow down in these types of games. Whereas the Rough Riders during the regular season, slow it down, take it easy. There's no reason to do so.
But remember what happened in the Winnipeg Toronto Grey Cup? Was that did they win last year?
Not
or 2 years ago?
They won.
Who won last year? Toronto.
Argos. Yeah.
That was the one where
Terry cut his hand,
right?
Yeah.
I remember the backup quarterback comes in the game and 2 defensive touchdowns, and my under's dead in the water. And I could see it happening again here, right? Where here comes McLeod, and
boom,
14 points later, your under is blown up, right? So if you like, but the first half under cashed. Maybe that's the play. We're gonna play that. Yeah, I think first half under in this game. First half, I don't know what's in the 24. Can you get 24 and a half? Is that out? That might not be out yet. It's not out.
I'm looking at it right now.
I don't have first half lines. No.
First half? Let me see spreads. Quick. First half spread. Yep. First half total over 24 and a half.
Yeah, under 24 and a half. Under 24 and a half. Yeah, I like that. First half under 24 and a half. I'll add that to that. These aren't big bets. It's the Grey Cup. I'm going to give you some action, but I have my big bet in the pocket, so hopefully that one cashes. And
that's why you don't want to throw some juju towards the Alouettes. Eh? This is why I needed to be the Ticats, and then you could sit fat and happy at the back.
I just bet Tampa and not worry about anything. But I'm not betting on an injured quarter. I mean,
no.
He's bad. What everything I've read is that he's probably not playing.
He's hurt. Cup. He hasn't run. All practices, no running so far.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to be mobile. Saskatchewan's D line and the offensive line is not good. Saskatchewan, they've been good, but I mean, it's not, not outstanding.
Last week, I don't know if you saw the tape. The amount of evasion Nathan Rourke had to do to just not get sacked.
Yeah, exactly. And he still got sacked 3 times. So
and he still got sacked.
Yeah, one hit, it's McLeod time. So yeah, I will.
I honestly think so. I think so. I mean, listen, if he pulls it off, he pulls it off. I'm happy if he pulls it off. But
here's the thing: if it is like if I'm Montreal, I get it. You got to start him because he hasn't lost. But I mean, come on. I mean, if he's that hurt, like your team is fantastic. You don't need to like. I know it's the great.
You're within a score. If you're within a score and it's the 4th quarter, he might just come back out.
I mean, but
they did it 2 years ago in Hamilton, right? They did it 2 years ago in Hamilton. They looked flat. Montreal looked terrible first half, and they came back to win that game against Winnipeg 2 years ago. Now, Frank, it's not the same team. Still a lot of guys from that team. Still remember a lot of that team. Still have the Qua. You still have all those guys that played on that team. You still have Philpott, who had the game-winning touchdown. So a lot of the moments are still with that team. And Alexander was on that team. He wasn't the quarterback, starting quarterback, but he was present on the bench. So he still remembers a lot of the feelings and such. But I agree, man. I think the hamstring is just too much to overcome. Everyone's been talking about it. The books have shown us.
They're scared.
You think this number keeps going up?
Yeah, this kid gets a 6. This gets
6. Yeah, oh man, they could. They
could
actually get to.
What was the number with McLeod? Wasn't it 7?
It would be
Well,
7.
they played.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
7 and a
7. It
half.
was
Yeah,
7. Yeah, it was 7.
yeah.
7. The team's completely different without now. Is an injured Davis better than McLeod without Thompson? I don't know, but the market seems to think it's 3.5 points, 4 points, but I don't think it is.
Mm.
I mean, in Toronto, like you won that game, but again, it's Toronto. But yes, and McLeod has beaten the Riders, but again, it was the secondary who was
Yeah, it
injured.
wasn't really.
Do you like any MOPs?
Yes. So I if McLeod plays,
You like McLeod?
if
Is McLeod on the board?
no.
I
I'm
was
not.
gonna say that's not a bad bet. If he's on the board, I might like this.
It isn't the worst. No. He is. Let me see if he's here. No, he's not on FanDuel.
If they they won't put it. They don't want to put it. Someone's gonna hit that, and
someone will hit it
and win. Yeah,
that would be himself. I mean, Shea Patterson is on the board, so
yeah, but he's not coming in. It's McLeod.
Yeah.
Or is McLeod hurt? He's not hurt? Is he? Are we
No.
talking smoke out of our ass?
No. He's playing. He's backup. It's MBT if Alexander goes down. You're not playing. Evans is hurt. You're not playing Evans. You're not going to play the other guy.
He was off.
Sorry. The other guy is Is it Dukes? Is Dukes still on this team? I don't even know.
No, it's Patterson.
Oh, Patterson's the backup.
No, McLeod is the backup. Patterson's short yardage.
He's short yardage. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
No, for me, if McLeod shows up, I think this bet is a little underrated. You talked about the deep six, the deep picks, right? Well, I like the TK boy, the former TK boy, Tevon Campbell.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put a little on that.
He would get a pick six.
Yeah, especially if it's a low scoring game, they might give it to defensive.
Yeah.
I like Aju. I think it's plus 550 Aju. I know it's
like a good one.
They might just give it to Harris because he might retire, and that's what I'm worried about. But
if they win, if Saskatchewan wins, I do think they give it to Harris.
What depends?
Unless if it's AJ, then yeah.
Yeah, if he has 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns like 170, 150 yards, like
yeah,
they're running the ball the whole game.
You don't like no Stevie Scott III to win
no
MVP?
If you can find a McLeod price that's like better than 100 to 1, bet it, because it's probably the real odds are probably like what would the
300 to 1.
25 to 1 is probably like fair.
Yeah,
because 4%. Like, what are the odds he comes into? We think he's coming into the game regardless. Like, I think it's probably like a 70% chance we see him, and then
if he comes into the game and he wins and Montreal wins the game, he's probably getting it
100%.
Yeah.
Unless the defense, right? The defensive players could get it.
But, yeah.
Or the kick returner, but I don't really see that in this game too much. I think the kick returners are more liable to fumble. If I'm the team that's saying, listen, just don't worry about making plays. Just
run out the zone.
Take what's given it. I don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to.
No turnovers. No turnovers.
So fast, unless you're behind. But like, especially early in the game, yeah. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of. That's why I do like this first half under. It's going to be. I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be early. It's going to be tight, and then Saskatchewan's going to pull away. Because I don't. Montreal's not going to score much early. And so
they're going to prevent the Rough Riders from scoring.
Slow starter, and then but I don't like the full game under. I think it could get stupid things could happen late, especially in a Grey Cup game where the team was down, might just start throwing stuff at the wall.
Oh yeah, just making glorious comebacks like the Argos did against the
hero ball and fumbles, right? Like something dumb. Which is it's a championship game. Stuff's gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen early. So
no. But if we do go on history, since 2021, you had a lot of every Grey Cup, actually every Grey Cup except for last year, has come down to the last 3 minutes and been decided in the last 3 minutes. You had the Argos take the Bombers to OT, and then Chad Kelly came in because Bethel Thompson actually got hurt, and Kelly ends up winning the game in OT with like 4 snaps. And then you had the following year, then you had Montreal, same thing with Winnipeg. In 2021, you had Winnipeg beat the Ticats on that play at the end. So there's a lot of that history. Obviously, the big history between these two teams is in 2009, you had the famous 13-man redo the field goal, end up losing the game because you had an extra guy on the field. You fucked it up for your whole fan base. And that was it. So maybe there's a couple storylines there, but overall, I do think I'm in total agreement. We have to side with the healthier team here. The healthier team is just more of a guaranteed bet.
And the locker room vibes are good. They're strong. Like the matchups are good. Like their offensive line can handle Montreal's strength. Trevor Harris is accurate, but he's not going to chuck one up there to be intercepted. It's just good match. They can run the football. They can throw the football. Their defensive line is probably advantage over Montreal's offensive line. Your quarterback's a sitting duck back there, whether it's McLeod or an injured Davis Alexander. Saskatchewan should win this, and hopefully they're up 10-0 a half, and we can just I mean,
sweat a little bit, but not too
fun second half. We can have a fun second half. I want to catch the first half under. Fun second half. Saskatchewan wins by 7.
Yeah.
McLeod comes out there, tries his best, or we catch the. I'm gonna look everywhere. If
he shows up, bet
number. It. Yeah.
It's worth some sprinkle. I agree. Because that's the only way.
He's a gunslinger, right? And he's got weapons everywhere. Tyler Sneed, Charleston Rambo, Tyson Philpott. Weapons everywhere. Also, Charleston Rambo. I just saw to lead receivers is 18-1. That number's bad, especially if Saskatchewan's favored. The Montreal's gonna be throwing the ball quite a bit. I like Charles 18-1. I'll probably put a little bit on that. Charleston Rambo's.
You saw him 18-1.
I'm FanDuel 18-1. To lead the week, which is the game in receiving. 18-1.
Yeah. Okay, not to win the MVP.
No. To lead the game in receiving.
Yeah.
18 Charleston Rambo. Philpott cooked them. They're not letting Philpott cook them.
Cover him.
And Mac is hurt, so you have Sneed, but Rambo's kind of been the guy who's stepped up quite a few times, and he's a way bigger number. So I'm going to play a little sprinkle of that. We're going to play a little AJ MVP. Play a little Tavon Campbell, very small Tavon Campbell MVP, because I can see it too. And then of course, if we find our boy MBT, we gotta have our MOP. Sorry, and if we find our boy MBT,
it's MVP for the Grey Cup.
Oh, it's MVP. Okay, MVP then. Yeah. McLeod, Bethel Thompson. I'm gonna find. I want that ticket because they're gonna feel if you cash McLeod, Bethel Thompson MVP. And when they come back to win, you're gonna feel like first of all, it's gonna cover every other bet you made on other bet I made on the Riders, right? And you're gonna feel like such a smart person. Like, oh look, I took a guy who was on the bench, and it's your hedge, right? He comes out there and has a game. If
he wins it, he's winning it.
But I feel like they're just gonna give it to the quarterback who came off the bench and scored 30 points or whatever.
Yeah.
21 points.
Do we have a first? I know the lines aren't out, but if you had to pick a
touchdown.
Oh no, they are there. The first touchdown. I know last year we were this close to cashing the R buck.
Oh my god,
we were this close.
100-1. It was a big number.
He was on the goal line. He got stopped at the goal line.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably just going to be AJ.
He is the.
Yeah, can you bet just the defense, or does it have to be? You have to name the defender.
Can you bet defense? Oh, because that's yes, you can. You can pick Riders or Alouettes defense as first TD.
Okay,
Alexander is actually is 4-1.
He's not scoring. Yeah, I if you can bet the no on that, I'd lay the minus. He's not scoring a touchdown. I would lay the minus whatever it is, no touchdown on Alexander if you can find it. But it's CFL, right? In the NFL, I'd be able to find it. I'd be like, oh yeah, minus 500 on. He's not running it. He's got a bad hamstring.
I don't know, man. You don't think he's gonna run one at the fourth quarter, and he's the only guy with the lane? He'll break his leg to win the cup. That guy is okay. Is he as crazy as Cam Skadaboo? No, that guy's a whole different beast. But he would break. He would break his leg.
The Riders have weird people. Why don't you? What's first touchdown? Maybe like one of their weird.
Like Tommy Neal.
Yeah, Tommy Neal.
Or Dante Mayers. Dante Mayers.
Robustelli, Joe Robustelli. Yeah. So, well, one of the because they're all the same person to me. After Keyshawn Johnson, Sam Ellis are 1-2, but I mean, after that, it's like they're.
After that, it's anybody.
Really? Like they're all the same. Like.
But they all have over 1,000 yards, man. They all have really great seasons.
Pick the biggest number on the Saskatchewan receiver with the biggest number. Pick him.
Then it'd be Tommy Neal. Tommy Neal.
Neal. There you go. Yeah, there you go. He scored the touchdown to win the to send them to the Grey Cup. Yes, that should be. Yeah. I don't know if this game's going to be good. I think it's Saskatchewan blows them out, or we get a fun. We'll see. If Montreal's in the game, I could still cash the bets. We get lucky. I'm gonna small. Everything after the
everything after the first two, yeah.
The best bet's probably first half under. I like that quick. Yeah,
I like it too.
Because that way, if Montreal's in the game, it feels like it's a low scoring game. Then you can adjust. And if it doesn't cash, you can adjust at halftime. Okay, this game's completely different than what we thought. Maybe I hedge out and bet Montreal if they're down. If I'm concerned, if Davis looks good, but I like the under 24.5. But the best bets have been that one seems good. You're getting over the key number there too, 24, right? 3 touchdowns and
24. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be many field goals either. I don't think this is gonna be like I think it's gonna be
it's gonna be first half. It's gonna be like 10-3 or something. That's gonna be the first half.
Yeah, 10-3.
And then it ends like 28, 20.
Even if it's a little bit of a higher scoring first half, we can still get under 24.5 here. And remember, it's a championship game. Players are nervous. It's gonna be drop passes early. There's gonna be punts. There's gonna be. We just gotta hope that the mistakes happen on offense because everybody's going to be nervous, but usually it's the defense is, because what does the defense have to do, right? Just, he dropped it. Great. Yeah, right?
Pick it up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, not much more.
And there's going to be missed extra points. There's going to be all sorts of things. So don't worry about key numbers matter. In championship games, they matter less because there's going to be mixed extra points. There's going to be weird stuff. There could be like a safety or something weird like that.
Something giving up Rouge or something just because
a guy takes a knee, when he should run it out, or runs it out when he should take a kney, you know what I mean? So we're gonna see.
Or you get the extra point 10 seconds before the half ends, just kick it, get that point or something like that.
Man, I have Rough Rider money line at plus 750, so I'm in a good spot. We gotta catch one feature. That was all went down. Oh no, all of them except
that's all we need
to survive. The Ticats over the Argos and the Montreal under. Win total under cashed. Everything else went out in flames. But
Montreal's already given us that.
The Ticats Grey Cup bets.
That's Grey Cup win.
I thought about cashing one out, but I couldn't do it. I'm like, it's too big of a number. I was like, and it came down to the field goal, so I'm fine letting those burn. Especially because I think after the final, 100% would have. If it was Saskatchewan Hamilton, I wouldn't have had to hedge out. But if it was like Hamilton, anybody else, I 100% would have hedged out because I know what Hamilton does in championship games
in the Grey Cup. No faith. No faith.
Yeah. We'll see. If they were playing this, they were playing BC. They had a chance.
Oh, I would have loved to see that. BC Hamilton.
That was the game the CFL won. Now we get injured quarterback and good defense, and I know
I wouldn't be surprised.
The good defense puts the injured quarterback out of his misery.
Yeah, what I really didn't like about the end of the Hamilton Montreal game when they were talking to Davis Alexander, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'm playing. Don't worry, I'm playing.
Yeah, he's
like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
He might last 10 minutes. We're seeing MBT, I think, at some point in the game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, give us that line, FanDuel. Come on.
Yeah, give us a FanDuel, whoever, somebody. It's early, but Saturday I'll be looking all week. I want to see 100 to 1, 200 to 1. MBT. Oh yeah, I'll play that.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Give me
who's
this idiot betting this guy? They're gonna be like, whoa.
If Saskatchewan's having a bad game on offense, right? Like it's it's third quarter. And it's been all Saskatchewan, but the score is 17 to 6. MBT comes in, 2 touchdowns, wins the game, right? Plus defense, right? It can happen.
Gets the MVP done,
and then he wins. Oh yeah, if he comes in the game in the third quarter and scores 2 touchdowns, he's winning the Grey Cup MVP.
Yeah, they'll give it to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't they give it to Chad Kelly when he came in? Oh no, they gave it to
no.
The defender.
They gave it to
Mbuka.
Enoch.
Yeah.
Mwamba.
Yeah, Mwamba.
Yeah.
The guy on the panel. Yeah.
Okay. The panel man. Anyway, we got the Grey Cup bets here. You got Pieguy tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I got plays. I'm almost done through the game. So we'll be live. Should be on time. Yeah, on time for sure. 6:00. All right. When what are you making? Make anything Sunday? What are you cooking? The Grey Cup.
What am I cooking? So I'm looking for some Saskatoon berries to make a berry pie, but I was recently convinced that I should make something called a Regina pizza, which is pretty much a Chicago deep dish pizza but with more cheese. So I might be making that. I'm making the nachos. That's going to be the kind of the staple. And then I'm looking at also making a poutine for the Alouettes. So a little bit of variety from both provinces.
Très bien.
Yes, oui. A little bit of that. And Sophia has nominated herself. Sophia's my kid, guys. To sing the national anthem. So she's going to take her shot at singing the old Canada.
All right. I'm just making chicken wings from what it sounds like. And
if you join us on Discord, which I think you are, we're going to have some props at home as well. So
okay. Yeah.
I'll play. Yeah. Jump in for a bit of those. One of them is going to be will Cowboy Keith get slapped by our boy Johnny the prop man.
Minus 1,000.
No, it's about a minus 1,000. Yeah. Lay the chalk. Lay
the chalk. Yeah.
You'll get your 10 cents.
Exactly.
All right, man. You have a great night, and we'll see everyone again one more week from now.
We'll do the recap,
show, and we'll recap it for the season, and then we'll.
Any word on the Argos coach? I haven't.
Yes. So funny enough, this week, Mike O'Shea was here in Toronto for 2 days. Bo Levi Mitchell was also with the Argos for a day.
I heard about that.
And they both were left they both left together to Winnipeg. So they both flew wherever they went into. But O'Shea, they were going to the awards, right?
Right.
Yeah. But what I see is, so far it sounds like O'Shea has something in his hands to respond to, and he'll be making a decision. It sounds like they want to wait till after the Grey Cup. No point in splashing it, right?
No, don't.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, Dinwiddie did. He stole whatever thunder.
Oh yeah, but this was 2 weeks. But
it was
a week prior. You don't want.
He stole it last week. He stole it last week, but yeah,
exactly. Yeah. But interesting. We'll talk about that next week. That does O'Shea's not gonna. Is the NFL gonna call him?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's
The other.
yeah, because who
He
fired
could.
their
He
coach?
could.
The Giants fired their
Giants,
coach. Yeah.
and he's Canadian. They got rid of the Bull, and who knows? Maybe the Bull
Yeah.
comes north of the border.
Yeah, there's a couple of coaches who are probably getting fired. So, shocking! The New York Jets coach is on the hot. Oh, what happened?
Oh, that's right.
cover?
You had.
Did they cover? I didn't look.
Yes, they did.
Oh, they pushed. Well, okay. I had no accurate to that. I didn't get the good number. I got a 13.
Yeah. So you only have 13? You didn't have
there was 11 and a half out there early in the week. And I'm like, do I want to lay it? When it's a big number, you have to I find I have to build the courage to lay it. Right? I have to make sure because you're laying a big number, right?
Yeah. If it's divisional, I never love playing the big number if it's the divisional match.
Well, the big didn't matter as long as you didn't lay 13 and a half, you push forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, 13, whatever. Yeah. I'll take the push. It's fine. I had Travion Henderson in my fantasy team, so he had 3 touchdowns.
Did he actually? Yeah. Oh man, are you facing me?
My fantasy team is the New England Patriots, basically the team.
I had Breece Hall. Okay, good. He didn't do much.
Oh, yeah.
That's who I'm facing. All right, I'm good. I am Gucci for the week. That means I'll probably clinch a playoff spot. Nice.
All right.
You can join me. Don't worry. All right. We'll chat soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.